Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're all well. Hope you guys enjoyed that montage. Guys, if you do enjoy that montage, give it a thumbs up. It takes a bit of time to make, but obviously it's fun kind of making those kind of videos. And by the way, we didn't break any speeding laws, even though it looks like we did break a couple of laws speeding around. It's just the clip that's been fast forwarded. Anyways, that's enough about that. Talking about the build, there's a fair amount that needs doing. Today we will be focusing on the rear quarter. We're going to start stripping the parts off. As well as that, guys, we are looking for a rear bumper for the car as well as a door. I have found a door. They are quite extortionate in terms of pricing. I mean, I found one for about £400-500, around that amount. So we might have to purchase that door. As well as that, we need to purchase the rear bumper. I found a bunch of rear bumpers on eBay. The only issue is every single bumper has got some parts of damage. So that's a bit of an issue right now, because what we want is a bumper that's nice and fresh, so we don't have to really put any filler in there. So we're still looking around for a bumper. We do need it as soon as possible. So when we start putting all the bits back in the car, we'll have to use a bumper to get the alignment sorted out as well. So once we've got the bumper roughly on, we can tell if everything is kind of lining up like it should be. Even though we've got the factory fitted measurements of the donor panel, it's best to have the bumper there as well, so you know everything is lining up like it should be. And obviously we're trying to do things to the OEM specs, so we're going to try and get everything in line perfectly. So when it comes to putting all the rest of the panels on, the gap's perfect on both sides, the factory side and the one we did ourselves as well. Anyways, guys, that's enough about that. Before we start the video, I just want to say, so about 80% of you guys are not subscribed to us. If not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, just next to the subscribe button is a bell icon. Hit that as well. That will be notified every time we upload a video. So yeah, that's the best way to keep up to date with all our projects. So anyways, guys, that's enough about that. So what we can do is we're going to start working on the donor panel. We're going to start stripping it down. Hopefully we can get as many panels as we can off, so we can start working on the car itself and start putting panels on. But like I said before, these are start working on the donor quarter panel, and I'm going to start looking for parts. So yeah, without any delays, let's get on with it.
So we can start actually working on the rear quarter, getting everything out, so we start drilling it out. So our locks need to come out, door guide, the sensor for the door, that all needs coming out. Quarter glass needs cutting, the locks for the little roof trim that runs along here, they need to come out. I've marked them up because on our actual own one we didn't mark it, so I've marked it on this one, so we know exactly where it goes. So that's done, they could come out. Polyurethane running along here, that needs all coming out, so you can see our spots under there. This piece right here we need to get out, because on our one is actually kinked right here, so we will be replacing that. This actually sits over the quarter, so that will need to actually come out first. Once that's out, then we can start actually drilling all our back quarter out. So yeah, we'll get a move on that. Also, another thing I want to show you guys is this is our diagram that we made with all the markings on it from point to point. Everything's on there, so we're going to keep that there. When we get that quarter off, we'll do some more measurements on the inside, make a separate diagram and mark everything, so you know exactly what measurements we have. Once we've done that, we take things further. So I've got a piece off right here, drilled it all out, also grinded all the spots off. So I was reading through the comments, some of you guys were curious on how many drill bits I use and all sorts, and how many spots there must be. Put it this way, I've counted all the spot welds on here. There are 70 spot welds that are drilled out, and that is one drill bit that I use. So on the next panel I'll use another drill bit. So yeah, and that took over about just over 40 minutes. Okay, so put that to a side. That is done. Just come out nice without bending it too much. So what we're going to start doing now is cutting that quarter glass out, get our little roof lock pins out for the little piece that sits right there along the roof. Door lock, guide, switch, that all needs to come out. And what else do we need to do? You need to get a linear on with a wire brush. In that little seam right there. Get a punch all the spot welds. Once that's done, we start drilling all the quarter off. We'll get started on now. So our skin's been removed, you see right here. So we can start operation on the inside. This foam little pad right here needs to come off. This is actually stuck on the quarter panel. So we need to peel that right off. Get that off, and it's one right there. Once that's done, this piece right here actually sits on top of this piece right here. And yeah, so that needs to come off first. Then we can start obviously working on that panel there. That panel there, and this piece right here is actually going to come off. This has got to come off as well, so we can start drilling all that out. We did cut a joint. This panel is actually one piece running along the top, so we did cut a joint, so it's under here. So before we could actually start drilling that outer arch off, we need to actually cut a joint, get this piece right off, then we could actually start cutting the inside wheel arch off. So we get started on that now. So you see right here, we're taking a few panels off. So yeah, we can see now what we need to cut and what we need to do to get this whole rear section off as one piece. We're gonna make a cut right here and right here. We did take measurements. You can see right there. So we'll get the measurements and we'll make them cuts like so. So yeah, once that's all been cut, we start drilling all the spots out. You can see the spots right here, spots right here as well. I think there's one right there. So that should come off as one whole piece. And this actually stops right here. It's actually spot welded into the inner wheel arch. So that piece will come with the back panel. There's a few spots right here and underneath going along the bottom. This back panel is slightly damaged, but it's not a big issue. We'll sort that out. It's from when they've been moving it around, where it was kept with the forklift, so it's not a big deal. That should be down as well. So yeah, we need to clean all the seam sealer off, then get to our spots, all these spots right here. So we'll start working on that back panel right now. The rear panel's all been drilled out. So you see right here, our new panel. So it's all drilled out nice. These two brackets for the bumpers will probably need changing because they are quite bent. I could take them off our own one because they're actually alright. So what we'll start doing next is actually start working on this part right here. Disassembling it all. I've taken a few measurements off camera. See right there. So that's a diagram what we'll be using to actually measure our own panels up on our own car. So yeah, we'll get started on it. What we'll do is just start stripping this section down, drilling it all out, get this piece off. Once that's done, we'll start working on the inside as well, getting that inner piece off, unbolting the bottom piece. So yeah, once that's all off, then we start working on this section right here. So I've drilled out all the panels on the inside, so that's all clear except for this floor panel right here, which I'll do after the inner panels, the outer panels being all drilled out. Apart from that, I think we're good to go. These spots will need to be drilled to get the inner arch out. We'll leave that till last. What we'll focus on now is getting this piece off right here. there's a joint right here. So all I'll do is I'll make a cut from this line around here, cut it there, because this top piece is a scrap piece anyway, so we don't need to drill all that. We'll drill this out, get that all out in one piece. Once that's out, we start drilling this section out right here, get this little piece off. What we'll do is we'll put something underneath the car to lift it up a bit, so it's got a nice gap there so you can work with. So yeah, we'll start actually working on that now. So we've got and drilled out all them spot holes, that centerpiece is out now. So it's getting quite late now. We wasn't meant to actually drill these two box sections out, but it's getting quite late, so we'll leave it as that for now.
Yeah, definitely. We did want to actually get those parts out, but obviously we didn't get the time, so we're going to call it a wrap for this video, guys. We've done a fair amount of work, but obviously we haven't done as much as we wanted to do. But it is getting quite late, so tomorrow we're just going to pick off where we left off. So yeah, we're going to call it out for this video. Before we go, I just want to say a bunch of you guys on Instagram voted to have the rims painted black. I think it was like 70% of you guys. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you do. It's at Performance Rebuilds. We do a lot of behind the scenes, pictures, posts, stories, you name it, we do on there. So yeah guys, what we're going to do is end the video there. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It does help out a lot more than you know. So yeah guys, we'll end it there. We'll see you guys on the next GTR video.